Hi, I'm Gary Grinnell, President and CEO of Corning Credit Union. I am asking for your help on an issue that is very important to our members, our communities, and our credit union. We need your help to get the Credit Union Small Business Jobs Bill passed. In the last 6 years, Corning Credit Union has invested over $130 million in our local communities by lending money to small business owners to start up or expand their operations. Because of our financial strength, we continued lending to small business owners throughout the financial crisis. We were recognized by the Small Business Administration as their top small community lender for 4 years in a row. Because of our success, we are now in a situation where we may have to dramatically limit the financing we are providing to small businesses. Many credit unions throughout the country are in the same situation. This is because our nation's credit unions are restricted to how many business loans they can make. This low and arbitrary limit was established back in 1998. Fortunately, there is legislation in Congress to change this low and outdated limit and allow all credit unions to expand their lending. For years, Corning Credit Union and the credit union industry have been working tirelessly to advance this legislation. Finally, we have reached a point where this legislation may come to a vote in the Senate. This common sense legislation, the Credit Union Small Business Jobs Bill, has the potential to add $13 billion in capital to our economy and create 140,000 jobs in the first year alone at no cost to taxpayers. Corning Credit Union alone would be able to lend an additional $140 million to small businesses. This legislation has bipartisan support. However, we need your help because many senators are still undecided on how they will vote for it because of the intense pressure they are receiving from the powerful banking lobby. The banking lobby is the only group opposed to this legislation that could help our country. The banking lobby believes that credit unions have an unfair advantage and should be stopped. In reality, this so-called unfair advantage has allowed credit unions to amass just a 5% market share in business lending over the last 100 years. These are the same banks that stopped lending during the financial crisis, while at the same time credit unions increased their lending. These are the same banks that relied on a taxpayer-funded bailout during the financial crisis. Unfortunately, this legislation that could help stimulate our economy at this critical time has become a bank versus credit union issue. Despite taxpayer bailouts and imposing large fee increases on their customers, the banking lobby remains very powerful. The credit union industry needs to counter their voice in Washington with an intense grassroots effort from the 90 million credit union members that we have across the nation. We have a jobs problem in our country. Over 13 million people are unemployed. The Credit Union Small Business Jobs Bill will not solve our unemployment problem, but it is a positive step in the right direction and will provide more options to our small business owners. Over 60% of new jobs are created by small businesses, and we need to support this vital sector of our economy. We need to send a message to Washington to get this done. We can't let Washington gridlock or the banking lobby stop common sense legislation that doesn't cost taxpayers a dime. Credit unions across the country have excess cash from our depositors and stand ready and willing to help our communities grow, but we need Washington to remove the handcuffs. You can help in 60 seconds. Just go to our website. On our website, you will find a link to an online petition from Senator Mark Udall of Colorado. Senator Udall is the lead sponsor and the champion of this legislation. There is also a link where you can send a message to your individual state senators and let them know you support this legislation. So please, contact Senator Udall and both U.S. senators from your state now. We anticipate the Senate will be voting on this as early as mid-April. We sincerely appreciate your loyalty and your support of Corning Credit Union.